Next, particles. Particles are cool. Right. Same kind of thing as the material, except that you add an emitter. So let's make a thing. We get loop, so it kind of constantly regenerates the particles, and you can set all the different frame colors. So there's a bunch of frames that you can push it through. And I'll just show you because it's easier that way. Blue, red, whatever. And you can change the different size for different frames. So I'll make this one like ridiculously large. And throw it out in all sorts of random directions. These are X, Y, and Z here. So let's add an emitter. It puts that in. Whoa, it's huge. Okay. And it'll shrink down. Tiny too. Oh, also, page up and down. Zoom you in and out. It's good to know. Oh yeah, they're down there. That's neat. Okay. And home and end will make you go up and down. So you can select the particles by doing that, and you can drag them, move them around, and rotate them and stuff, just like everything else. Let's make that not ridiculously large. Set. And you can also make two things and use get, just like the materials. It'll get the selected particle. You can also drag these guys around and attach them to objects as well. So now, when you go back to parts, you select on this, it'll move those particles with it, which is cool. Alright, so that's particles, and we should move on to sound. Sound is cool. You can record a 1-second sound for every monster, and you can get it to play back during different points in animation. So, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be an astronaut. And then you can change the frequency. I want to be an astronaut. And that's a lot of fun to play with. Okay, so next is animation. Let's do animation. Okay, so there's all these different animation types for each monster. You set them by clicking on these and going into it, and then you can also delete them hitting the X. So let's do an animation here. Then it's just like moving everything normally around. You can set different frames. So you move something. Let's go to the next frame and copy it over here. Move this one like that, and put this one over here. So you can change everything's position around, and then play it, and it'll move it around. And then what you can do is you can set the sound to play, and you can set the frame speed. Okay, see? Okay. So, and you can also copy and paste frames, reset frames, and smooth the animation, which is really good for doing like walk cycles and stuff like that. Because especially if you suck at animating like I do. Okay, so then when you're done, you do save and return. You can also import and export. Save and return. So then it says that there's an animation in there, so that goes green, and it locks everything so that you can't edit it. Because if you add a part in or something like that while you already have an animation, that part won't get animated. Or if you delete something, that part will no longer be in the animation, and it might totally screw everything up. So I have this lock. If you want to unlock it, you just click on this. It says, "Are you sure?" And you go yes, and then you can move things around again. And now also info and stuff. Okay, so you can set the name of what you're creating, and you can sign it, and you can also set its scale. So you just click on this, it shows the avatar scale. Okay, so, and then you can change the size of your object. So you can make your object really big by moving over here, really small, this way, or your monster or whatever. You can also change what kind of thing it is. You can change it to just a stuff. This won't record any animation. See how this, well, maybe it will. It shouldn't record any animation, or save any animation at least, and it won't save the sound into the file. And you can also do a hat. You can, you can also do a hat, and you can arrange things on the head where you'd like them to be, or make a helmet or whatever, and it will go into the game as a hat. Is that it? What do we got? Oh yes, undo and redo. These work, but they're kind of buggy. So that they sometimes work properly and sometimes they do not. So use at your own risk. See, like, I don't think it's working right there. I've done the best I could do, and it's creepy. I'm gonna fix that in the later version. That's the way it is. Okay, also, you can save by clicking on the save button, and it thinks it's a monster, so it's already gone to the monster directory, and we can save it as meh. Oh, it shouldn't be a monster. Wow. Okay, so that doesn't work. You don't want to put that in the hat thing because obviously it's a hat. And save it out, and it will make it into a PNG file and save all the data inside of there. So these are other hats that are saved out. Save. George is saved. Okay. That works for that. You can also load stuff up. Let's load up Optimus. And it puts everything in and then pops it into place. Gives it a second. Okay, there he is. And now he knows he's a monster and not a hat, so I put it back to normal. And then also you can import stuff, so you can merge two together. So you loaded this one up, and then you can load up like this, and it'll put two things together. So you can save out parts and then use them in other creations and all sorts of stuff for that. And I think that's about it. That is about all there is to it. That's gonna be everything pretty much. I'm still finding bugs, as is probably apparent at this point. And but use it. Let me know what the bugs are, and we'll make another tutorial when I've got less of them. And that's